good stuff.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Toonen to Dillon with episode 12. This is AJ Dillon, my co-host.
Will Toonen.
And today's episode, we got a very, very special guest. Would like to introduce you to not only a producer, a card enthusiast, and an overall entrepreneur, Rob Gough. Rob, how's it going?
Good, man. Honored to be here. Big fan of the show.
Oh, thank you, man. We've been taking notes from you. We've been watching a couple episodes of your pod, and we're trying to implement it in ours.
Absolutely. I think we should start off. So it looks like you're a hat guy. So our YouTube viewers, you should explain that to them. What kind of hat is that? Like, where does this inspiration start?
Yeah, so this is Gorin Brothers. They keep sending me hats, so thank you to them. And it started. So I'm a cancer survivor, so I never wore hats before that. And then that's when my hat obsession started. So I lost all my hair during the chemotherapy and started wearing hats. So that's where it came from.
Awesome. I mean, it looks good, man. You definitely got some style with it. I was creeping through your Instagram. I saw a couple other ones I liked. And you got to get with Cam Newton, whoever designs his hats. Have you seen all of his, right?
Yeah, he's got some wild style.
Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah, you pulled off, bro. So you should start off with your story, though. I don't really. Some people obviously know your story. It's really interesting. We were reading up on it, and you should start from the beginning, chronological order. I think that'd be great for our listeners to hear this.
Yeah. So September 20th, I was born, and then I had my first meal. And no, I'm
there you go.
Hey, I was sucked in. I'm like, this is gonna be like, and that first meal is what set me on the path I am. Like, eat your vegetables, kids. No, but
what's your first core memory? And start from there.
We'll just go through each memory until today. It's gonna take a little bit, but
first time you tried pudding.
In chronological order, please. Now in alphabetical. Thank you. Don't worry, we have it all color-coded over here on this side, so we just hope you hit our bullet points.
I'm from Indiana and, sold a few businesses, ended up in LA, and then sold a business there. And, I'm just keep going. I don't know.
Yeah, no, that's good.
Yeah.
Serial entrepreneur. So what was your first business? Like what kind of inspired it all? So I was an entrepreneurship major in college actually, and I absolutely love that. So I'm just curious, like what was the spark of interest with business and really getting after it and being that serial entrepreneur?
It was a lemonade stand.
Since I was a kid, I always, I cut grass or I had a lemonade stand. I went and got shells when I went on a trip to Florida and came back and tried to sell them. I was always kind of like, a hustler, an entrepreneur. And then I went to college and I was buying OEM Microsoft products and selling them on eBay. So basically OEM was this disc that you'd get when you bought a computer to upload like your Microsoft Word or your operating system. And so I was getting them for cheap from this company in California and basically blind shipping them on eBay. Then I had like a dating site. I was throwing parties in college where I would charge door cover and have, a DJ and contests. I mean, I've done it all.
You're just a hustler.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's just always, yeah. Then I had this unique bid auction site, which was a pretty big site and where you would basically buy a plasma television for under 90% below retail. I'd give away a lot of it to charity.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I've had a recycling company that I sold. I invested in it and 3 years later sold it. Had a coupon site. So that was a roll-up strategy kind of. And we provided free coupons to Macy's, Sears, Home Depot, Bloomingdale's, everybody. And that actually grew to be a massive business and sold it to a public company in Silicon Valley. It's called coupons.com now. So
there you go. So it's always kind of been a tech interest too, because obviously you started with the Microsoft OEDs and stuff like that and selling on eBay. Is it just kind of just transpired from there, or just like the opportunity was always presenting itself, or what's this kind of story?
To be honest, like for me, it's my video game. So as soon as I beat a level, I don't go back and play the same level. I like to go to the next level. And so if I beat an industry and have an exit, then I like to go to something else. So, I had Dope, which was a streetwear clothing brand. And, I knew nothing about clothing when I got into that. And that's a tough business, So sold the clothing trademarks. I still own dope.com, dope on Instagram, Twitter, and all other IP. But no, for me, it's about, if I beat the level, if I beat the industry, then I try to go and do it in a different industry. Because for me, it's not the money. I've got, I've been very fortunate that I'm able to live for the rest of my life. So now it's just about the challenge,
Yeah. Well, what would you say, with all that success and and I'm sure obviously there's, losses here and there with starting new things and starting new businesses, I guess, what would you say is consistently gotten you to that level in these different endeavors? Like what has kind of made you successful? What do you think is that kind of everybody needs to, become successful in those things?
I think, if I could go back, I would probably tell myself to think a lot bigger. I think, for me, I always had this, this is where it can go. This is where the idea can go. It's because that's all I was ever around. And I look at where I am today and it's like, really, things are endless. Why would you build $100 million business when you can go and build $1 billion business? And sometimes I focus on these smaller opportunities because they're right there in front of me. But really, I need to say no to these smaller opportunities and really only focus on the bigger ones. Like last year, I tried to buy a sports team and a major sports team. And unfortunately, because I have CBD ownership, the league denied it. But, I like to shoot for things big at this point. And there's no difference in myself now and back then. I just didn't really think that the levels that I'm able to get to now was possible. So I think that's something that also I like to think outside the box. And, when somebody goes through the door and it's a packed door to go through, I'll go through like a window. And in business, there's just, there's always a way. And it's the people that say, oh, we can't do this. Oh, this is impossible. Those are the ones that stay, and just stay in the corporate world and, do that kind of thing. And for me, it was always, there is a way. We just got to figure out how to do it. And, you can do anything. And that really worked for me.
I really like that analogy. Some people go through the door. Me, I find a window. That's your quote. That
sounds like myself getting in trouble in high school.
We're not supposed to rob houses.
Gotta get out
the
like
exiting a house you're not supposed to be in.
Yeah, right.
This
Gotta
way
get
we're
out
going in.
No, I love that. I love the navigating scheme and having a macro view on everything is definitely a great way to live life. Like, what's the point of putting limitations on yourself in your own head?
Don't limit yourself. It'll be great. I love it. And so I guess, how did you transition into producing, or is that just, once again, just another level, because there's just so much stuff that you're into and you've done so well. So it's just like,
we're looking at your resume. It's like, oh my goodness.
How does this all intertwine?
Yeah. So, I did, as a kid, I did acting. I was in those shows, when you're like in the classroom and you have to watch that TV, it's like, don't steal, don't be a bully. So I did that, but I'm from Indiana. Like there's nowhere to go. And then I had an exit and it was, a public company bought my business and I couldn't work for 18 months. They pay you, but I'm not, I'm not, they can't really do anything. You're just kind of like stuck from not able to work. And so, I got to know producers in Hollywood and that's where I was running. I moved to Hollywood and so one guy said, hey, do you want to learn how to produce movies? And so I said, yeah, I got nothing else to do. Let's do it. And so I went and produced a Bruce or a Nicolas Cage, Selma Blair movie.
Okay. That's interesting. I'm kind of curious, like, what kind of inspired you to move out to LA? Because I know a lot of people now, like in the whole influencer world, like they kind of blow up on a couple TikToks or on social media or anything, and they all move out there just to try to create more connections. What was kind of your inspiration to going out there? Was it somebody you knew, or was it just kind of like, hey, I feel like I got the money to go out there now, like I want to go check out LA?
No, mine was pretty boring. So basically there was a company called Definitive Deals and it was a coupon site. They're doing about $5 million a year in revenue, $1.5 million in profit. And the guy that owned it was living in Marina Del Rey and he lived in his condo with his wife and son. And he was running the whole business by himself, no employees. So I knew him really well and he was a great guy. We took some trips together and I convinced him that hey, your business is probably gonna get squashed. There's a roll-up strategy in the industry, and they're gonna all crush you. They're gonna do a roll-up and you're gonna go away, kind of. So I convinced him to do a similar kind of situation, roll up a company that I had, and we'd go out and take over the space together. So when the company was founded, we tried to run it from Indiana. We got a big office there. It was much cheaper than LA. And we hired a bunch of people. And at the end of the day, it just made sense to be closer to him. And we started recruiting a lot of employees from other competitors, and they were all in Santa Monica. So we just had a lot of staff in Marina Del Rey, and so that's why I moved to run that business and to be next to my business partner.
Makes sense. You got to be close. And your last Instagram post talking about being next to people, I see you next to Bruce Willis. How does that come about? You just always been friends, or where did that connection start? That's one thing I had to ask you about.
No, he's the man. No, I did a movie with him called American Siege. They filmed it in only 8 days. It was insane during COVID in Fitzgerald, Georgia. So I got a battle against Bruce in that movie, and that's how that came about.
Did you win?
Yeah, of course. I can't die. Yeah, but it's just insane what they're able to do now in 8 days. It's crazy, but. Yeah, I think it's on Hulu.
You throwing out that number. I mean, both me and Will were both like, what? And then our producer's over there in the back almost dropped his headphones off. I'm laughing. The 8 days.
Wow. I'm not saying it's the best movie you'll ever see, but,
It's still
that is definitely. Well, I guess the way I really kind of, found out about you and everything was, through trading cards. Last year, I really kind of went down the rabbit hole, got sucked into that. I've done a lot more in the trading card world now, doing breaks and collecting and going to card shows. And I just did a thing with eBay on their, how they, filter out the cards and make sure they're all authentic and things like that. And, we see right behind your hat there, pretty impressive deal, pretty impressive card that you have in your collection. I guess what got you into the card collecting hobby? Can you tell us a little bit more about, your favorite card, if that is your favorite card? I would assume so. And just what about it? We see the poster in the back.
Oh, yeah, the Mickey Mantle card, too, for our listeners, by the way.
Yeah, and then I got the Guinness Book of World Record on this side. And Logan just beat me, but before that, I had the Guinness book. So yeah, basically I collected as a kid. I stopped when I was, 7 to 10 or something. And then COVID hit, and I get a text that says, hey, jump on this Zoom call. And it was a bunch of guys. And one guy was saying how he was buying a bunch of basketball cards and baseball cards and how it's the new thing to do. And I got off the Zoom and I was like, this is crazy. Like buying baseball cards again, like this is nuts. And then I jumped in this group chat, a bunch of text chats with these guys, and they're just talking about cards all day. And so I took $100,000 and just said, send me a diversified box. A dealer was in the group chat, and I overpaid for a bunch of things, but once you get them in your hand, it was like American history. It was like it brought me back to being a kid. It was like I learned a lot about, some newer guys I didn't know anything about. And it kind of got me sucked in, and then obviously the prices at that time were just going like crazy. So my house looked like a UPS shipping site. It was
so what was the cost of that Mickey Mantle card again?
What was the what?
What was the cost of it? What did you end up buying it for?
$5.2 million. But the reason why I bought the mantle was, I was buying all this other stuff, and then my mom sent me all my cards from when I was a kid. It's the only thing I really have here is just these boxes of cards, and I started just going through them. And within the cards was this big case, this glass case, and in the case was a Mickey Mantle 1952 Topps. Now it wasn't the original; it was a reprint. I didn't grow up with like money to buy an original 52 Topps, but. So even as like a kid, I remember how iconic that card was and how much that thing meant to me. So then I said, why am I buying all this junk not junk, but like, stuff that didn't really matter as a kid. And so then I started buying the 52 mantle, and then I sold Steve Aoki, and I got into it at the same time, and he and I became good friends. And so I sold him one, and I just kept buying until I got the 9. And so that's how I broke the record.
That's sweet. That's a crazy story. You gonna get there, AJ? Get that?
Yeah,
as in like your car's gonna go for $5.2 million. AJ Dillon rookie card.
I mean, I'm about to just start spitting out MVPs. This is the year. We got to start somewhere, and so this is the year. MVP campaign going.
Just refuse to get tackled.
Yes, I'll just have a nice little conversation on the sideline before, like, I'm not. I'll send you one of the copies of my cards, and you don't tackle me today. In like 10 to 15 years, don't you?
It's an investment.
Yeah, I was like, go watch episode 12, man. You'll understand.
You're killing it too. I see you on all these card chats about how you're getting guys to sign it, and they're brilliant.
Oh, yeah. I think we're here, and my guys, like, why not? Why would I not use the connection I have? That'd be. It doesn't make any sense. Doesn't make any sense. But some people aren't. Some people aren't fans of thinking smarter, not harder. So
no, I think it's brilliant. You gotta think outside the box. Everybody else goes through the door. You're going through the window. That right there will forever be in my head now. That's like the only thing I'm saying. It can be the most simplest thing ever. Like, what do you want to eat today? Most people would get your burger. I know that's what you're famous for, but I'm going to try your chili.
I'm hopping out the window here. Let me get that chili.
No food.
No food.
Never let them know your next move.
Yeah, I love that trend right now.
Oh, that is good. Well, I feel like, right now is probably a great time for a joke of the day.
Yeah, let's switch it up. Let's see. Which one's our joke? Which one? Is it this one? Is that what it is?
I mean, now we just switched to another. Now we're just pressing buttons. But
all right, well, I'll kick it off with the joke of the day. So actually, I invented a new word. Plagiarism.
Dude, I think we're on the same link.
Let's go.
That was one of the ones I'm looking at.
Hey, I guess we're both window jumpers.
Let's hear it.
Is that the joke?
Yeah.
That's a joke. AJ's got two.
Oh, man.
Are you serious? That was the joke you had up too.
Well, Rob has his joke.
Did you hear about the Italian chef who died? He passed away.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
Yeah. All right.
I was gonna do a Green Bay Packer joke, but I mean, there's nothing that's good. It's like these guys are brutal on this.
Yeah, no, the Bears fans aren't very smart, and Vikings fans are, I don't know, and then Lions fans, like, we feel bad for them. So
they got some good ones.
Yeah, the Bears, the Viking ones, those are the ones that are good.
All right, here we go. The best joke of the day. You guys ready?
Yeah.
Came up with this on myself, plagiarism. Why don't scientists trust atoms?
Because they're made of everything.
Ooh.
Dang, you're on the same website still?
I'm glad we're on the same page here. So that's great.
The joke?
That was a joke. They make up everything.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Well, I know next time we get you on the podcast, I'll have to think way more outside the box. And
we gotta not all go on the first link.
Gotta scroll down there a little bit.
Yeah, we need better sources, man. Come on. That's funny. All right, so AJ and I came across some of the tweets the other day, and one follower brought up a good question I have for you. Maybe even Rob too. Now that you're bald, do you use your body wash on your head, or do you still use shampoo and conditioner?
Face wash, whole body.
Face wash.
You use face wash?
Okay.
Yeah, like Sarah B.
Okay.
Sarah, what do you guys do? What do you do? Do you use body wash?
I've been using the bar soap that I use.
Soap?
I've been using the shampoo and conditioner that I used beforehand.
Really?
You got to keep the scalp nice and moisturized.
Okay, yeah. I just do face wash.
Yeah, I mean, I'm new to the bald head life. This is about a month in. I still miss some spots when I shave back. And that's not the best look, people.
It looks good.
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to. It's really great right now because we got the ring light going, we got the buff light, so you get a nice shine.
Yeah. It's clean. It's a mean head of hair. I'm not like no one wants to tackle you with that, man.
I mean, once my whole plan right now is, it's all about the brand. I'm thinking it's not something I'm creating myself, but I feel like a running back when you got bald hair, bald head, and you got a full beard, that's intimidating because all you see out of the. Yeah, you do. I mean, so much more aerodynamic.
Well, think about helmet efficiency too. You're coming off camp, like that just
just right on. And when you're running forward downhill, I mean, you just it's crazy. I mean, like we said earlier, MVP campaign coming this year, $5.3 million card, AJ Dillon cards going soon. Just make sure you guys go ahead and check out the auction link below in the comments.
I'm gonna sell it to you. You should buy it.
Yeah, there you go. Businessman.
We love it.
Rob, so are you a big NFL guy? Like, do you have a specific team that you cheer for, or
I grew up in Indianapolis, so grew up a Colts fan, but not really. I mean, one of my closest friends is Von Miller, so now I've got to switch to the Bills for him, but really just kind of follow. Green Bay Packers, go Packers. Whatever.
You gonna be jumping through any tables at the games or what?
Is that what I'm supposed to do?
That's big Bills Mafia trademark. They jump through the pong tables.
Yeah, you know how New Yorkers can be a little. I had a New Yorker buddy in college who I was friends with, and he was always like, you drink half of what we were drinking, and he'd be jumping through tables or running through doors, or he was that kind of kid. So my whole perception of that whole coast now, or up northeast, is definitely
careful now before you start talking about the East Coast. There will be no East Coast slander on this podcast.
No, I won't slander the East Coast. Sorry, but
before we start talking about the Midwest, everything here is mid. No,
but we can handle our alcohol, so that's why we don't jump through tables. That's kind of the point.
We had Jason Tardik on here. I'm not sure if you know who that is. We had him back, I think episode 5 or a few episodes back, and he's a Bills fan. And episode 9. Episode 9.
Through a table?
He didn't confirm. Did he say?
I think he said he did. Yeah.
Yeah, but the other thing you have to learn now, since you're transforming over to a Bills fan, is that the flat wings, they're called skateboards. So we're just trying to help you out. Just trying to give you your Bills fan, Bills Mafia 101. You'll be out there and you'll fit right in.
Okay, so I asked for the flat, the skateboards.
Skateboards, and then it's still drums.
Yeah,
still drums, but skateboards for flats, and jump through a table after a few beers.
And then I'll be like a local.
Yeah, then you'll be a local legend. They'll be like, "You seen that guy, Rob? That's how they for years."
That's how they baptize their children. It's like they break them through tables.
Okay, cool. I'll order a bunch on Amazon. I'll just start every morning. I'll wake up and just jump through a table.
That's a great way to start
that would go viral. That would be like,
every morning.
Hey guys, you do like you do a very quick stretch. Like inspirational, like, hey guys, just want to let you know, attack today. like David Goggins, but like only for like 10 seconds.
Come on, I'm ordering all tables, 100 of them.
That'd be hilarious. I mean, obviously, content right now is huge. Instagram, Twitter, all those social medias, platform. Like that's what really building that brand is. Just building that social media platform with the way the world is right now. What are certain strategies and things that you kind of try to focus on with your content, like getting your brands out, things like that?
I mean, I'm pretty terrible. I mean, I moved from LA to Puerto Rico, so it's a much more relaxed life. So I'm like the worst guy on posting on social media. I don't really post a lot. So I'll just post if I've got a friend in town, or I'm not really good with it right now. What about you guys? Are you posting a lot? I mean, what's your story there? Are you guys?
Yeah, I'm more AJ's front for sure.
Yeah, so Will is the humor, content, and more the direct question guy in the podcast. Declan is the producer who makes everything go, and I'm just kind of the guy who does the social media and plays on the field sometimes.
Yeah, right. Well, I mean, I think honestly, I was kind of like you. I'd post when I was with friends once in a while. I've never really been big on social media prior to doing this. It's kind of, for me, I almost feel like hesitant to repost and stuff. I mean, I love pumping out our content, obviously, but like just constantly posting. But because I don't really feel like I have a big brand to build at first before this, obviously.
Well, you got to jump through the window.
No, but now I got to jump through the window.
Jump through the window. We didn't start. Yeah.
But definitely for AJ, you know, like you brought up the point of like marketing yourself, and especially as a player, I think that's really interesting on how you have to not how you have to do it, but how you do that, because you know, with the NFL and how contracts are laid out and stuff, like the off season is like, this is how you get paid in the off season. You know, you don't get paid when during the summer and stuff like that until actual practices start. So marketing yourself, like you've been really good about that.
I'd say a big part of like all that, like you're saying, is just like that marketing aspect. I mean, you know, obviously, Rob, but especially for athletes, your time span, even if you have running back, even if you have a 7-8 year career, that's such a short time span. If you're not marketing yourself, building your brand off the field, you're doing yourself a disjustice. There's just so many opportunities I've had already to do all different sort of things, being involved in this.
You're the mayor of Door County.
I am the mayor of Door County. I have the key. I do have the key. So when you come out, we'll get you out here in a warm time. Door County is a mini Cape Cod, and I'm from the East Coast. I can coast on that. Wow. It was actually on Forbes something for being just like
it's a hidden gem. So yeah, we'll show you around, but you're definitely going to need to.
Where do you keep getting into? Like now that you got a key, do we get into the bank, or where can we go?
Door County, so literally anywhere you want.
Yeah. We have a key to a trolley.
I'm not a big fan of doors, but I promise it's a great place.
Does it open windows?
Yeah, Window County.
Rebranding.
That's good stuff.
What's your goal? I mean, like, do you want? So let's say after football, do you want to keep growing the podcast? Do you want to be more on television? What do you guys want to take this on the road and you guys travel?
Yeah, I mean, really, sky's the limit. We just kind of did it as more of, it was just something we were talking about. Like, we were always joking around, telling each other jokes and having, like, kind of entertaining a room. Or, like,
how do you guys know each other, by the way?
So, Toonen to Dillon, it's actually a play on words. So, I'm actually marrying his sister,
who's Gabrielle Toonen. So,
and her last name is changing from Toonen to Dillon.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah, so this is my little brother.
Oh, no, I'm actually older, believe it or not, even though I don't have a bald head.
Wow. Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
So how long have you known each other?
2 years.
Yeah.
2 years.
It's been 2 years now. That's crazy to think about. But yeah, we just kind of hit it off right away. It was just funny. We're like long lost brothers. Yeah. One night, I think it was Christmas Eve. AJ and I were, it was Christmas Eve. We're celebrating a little bit together, and I'm kind of picking on my sister because she's my younger sister. That's just what I do, and he's kind of like, poking her a little bit too. And he's like, and she just snapped, and she's like, "If I wanted another brother, like I wanted a boyfriend, this is bullshit." All this stuff just freaked out at us. Yeah. And we're like, "Damn, this is
so it's great." So,
oh, that's amazing. Fantastic. Yeah, it's a cool name.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but I was like, to answer your question, sky's the limit. It's something we really enjoy doing, getting on here every week, and also just having people on like yourself, and we got a bunch of other people coming on, just people that either I know, Will knows, Declan knows, people that fans of myself, or even people who have nothing to do with football at all. It's just really cool to even have this conversation, regardless if it gets viewed 10 times, 100 times, or 1,000,000 times. Now I'm a window guy. Like, it's just awesome just to talk to people and build those connections, and for other people who would never have a chance to talk to you, to hear your story, and things like that. And also, this is the most listened to podcast in the entire United States. So
that's what I heard. Yeah,
flooded now.
Yeah, I was supposed to do Rogan tonight, and I said, "Hey, man, I can't. I got to do the Toonen to Dillon."
There you go. I appreciate it.
JRE.
Clip that, Declan. That needs to be a soundbite.
Yeah, clip that.
That's a soundbite.
Are you still buying cards?
Yeah, I'm still buying cards, still collecting. I kind of slowed down on doing card breaks through because of the season. But I've been collecting. My favorite card right now is I have an Ohtani rookie card, graded a 10, that I've just been holding and signed by him. So I've just been holding on that. It's not 5.2 million yet, but I mean, give it a few years and a few more. He keeps playing the way he is.
Or with as much money as we're printing, that it'll be 5.2 soon.
Yeah, that'll be a glass of milk.
That is true.
Yeah.
That's what's up. We should do fun fact of the day now.
No, we did. Oh, yeah. Well, I have a question first. Did you do anything for April Fools?
No.
No April Fool's jokes?
Did you guys?
No, it just passed. I was just wondering, with the joke of the day, this is not on script, so Declan's throwing things at me. But I was wondering,
I was feeling, I don't know, I feel like social media kind of killed April Fool's Day because it was like I think it was like probably like 2014, 2013 when like companies were tweeting ads and everyone was biting on it. It was like, I forgot it's April Fool's Day. But now every year I just get reminded of it and I don't really feel like I'll fall for that anymore.
Everybody is like, April Fools. My mom actually got me. They were, my parents were in Florida and they were heading back to Indiana and they had to stop off in Philadelphia. And I didn't hear, that was like on Tuesday. But on April Fool's, she said, hey, we're still here. We're heading home finally. And I was like, holy crap, you guys have been there for a long time. And that was her April Fool's joke. But she got me. I really thought she was stuck in Philadelphia.
That's good.
Oh, it's always sunny.
Yeah. Yes, it is.
All right, so now I think we should move on to our fun fact of the day.
The fun fact.
Yeah,
I didn't put the first link for this one, I promise. This one I actually dug a little deeper, use a little personal knowledge on our forward conversation. You're in Puerto Rico now. So I would like to say that the deepest point in the Atlantic Ocean is in Puerto Rico, and it's 8,400 meters deep.
Wow.
So, I mean, just the more you know, don't go out there. Yeah. Don't go swimming out there, man. It's a long way down.
That's a deep one. That's a good one.
I'm a big floaty guy myself. So
yeah, you got the armies.
Yeah, like the deepest I'm trying to go is like a 6-foot pool.
Well, come out. We'll get you some floaties. You'll be all good.
Perfect.
All right, I'll do mine too now. So actually, Venus is the only planet to spin clockwise.
Well, that's actually pretty crazy.
I never knew that. Yeah, I thought that was
that's
fun fact.
That's something I want to dive a little deeper into. You know?
Why? Yeah, why?
I don't know. That's going to be
it just spins clockwise, but it doesn't rotate clockwise.
No. It
stays.
It just spins. Yeah, I think it just spins. Wait, would it be like this way, or would it be
clockwise like this?
But like,
well, not to Rob. To Rob, it's this way. Rob, like that's counterclockwise, man. I can't see it. I can't unsee it.
Do you know why? My random fact is: do you know why Green Bay, Wisconsin, is named Titletown?
Because we have 13 world champions.
Yeah, that's right. And
that's right. 13. So that's what they play every time we come out of the tunnel. It's the 13-time world champions.
Yeah,
it's pretty sick.
Yeah, I've never been to a game there.
We coined that.
What'd you say?
I've never been to a game there, so that's what they do every time.
We'll make it happen, man. You got to watch it from the suite.
Yeah, absolutely. You got to
man.
It'll be sweet.
And we'll make a whole weekend out of it. Come to a game, bring it up to Door County. I'll get you some of the best wings in the world. This is the only thing I'll promote is AC Tap. Best garlic parm wings you'll ever have.
I love garlic parm wings, so I'm in.
Well, it really doesn't get any better than that. And you can be around the best fans in the world, best football team in the world.
I'll show you a good time, Rob. I'm a professional tailgater.
He is.
Okay. You jump through tables though?
No.
Classy.
Yeah,
classy.
Yeah. So the joke is that Bills fans drink 6 beers and jump through a table. Packers fans drink 12, go home and kiss their wife and kids goodnight.
Where are you guys from? Are you guys from there?
I'm from Green Bay originally.
Yeah, I'm from Connecticut.
Wow.
Yeah, Will drinks his twisted teas with his pinky
No.
up.
No. Coors, I'm on a Coors Banquets grind right now.
Coors Banquets are the best.
Well, grenades. I think this was a lot of fun.
No, we
Rob,
appreciate
honestly.
it, man.
Yeah. Thank you all again for watching or listening to Toonen and Dillon. Big shout out to you, Rob. This was a lot of fun. Go check out his podcast at Talking to Titans and check him out on IG at Rob G. But thank you again. Comment on our socials on who you want to be on the show next, and we'll see you next week.
Sir, appreciate you, man.
Thank you for having me, guys.
so much.
Appreciate you.
Absolutely.